Peace with our family. All praise to the Most High Yah. We out here in nature, creation, where it all begins and where it all is gonna end. In today's climate, we don't know where things are gonna end up. Although we do know in scripture there are things that are happening before us that reflects prophecy. And in knowing those things, it only makes sense for us to be prepared. If you're not prepared, then what sense does it make for us to have our workshops, sermons, our debates and dialogues about prophecy if we're not preparing for those things that we know that are to come? If you paid any attention to what happened in Ukraine around those students, the Africans out there, then you know it's in your best interest to be prepared. If you are a person that reads scripture and understand the story of the Israelites in Egypt and them being prepared to leave, once they get out into the wilderness, what happens? It's a process of elimination simply because they were not prepared mentally. It's a psychological aspect of being prepared as well, just as equal as it is to be physically prepared as far as having your necessities when you go out into the wilderness. How are we going to eat? What is our protection? And what's our plan of action when it comes to these things? And having those dialogues and conversations around that, it makes more sense than we're just talking about prophecy itself. Because people have this notion that God is going to take care of us. Well, the Israelites had that notion as well. Yeah, the Most High did drop manna out of the sky. He fed them. But that was that particular time. He has given us all the things that we need in this day and time for us to be prepared and ready. He has given us all the warning signs, everything that we need to know. It is your fault that you weren't prepared. You failed, not the Most High. You failed. So just keeping that in mind. This is why I think that it's more important for us to be here rather than being inside of a church. It makes more sense for us to be here rather than being in some of these temples and synagogues, simply replicating what happens in the church, because that's exactly what it looks like. Only thing we changed was our outfits and our message. But the services of it's the exact same thing. And we know we're going to return to the Garden of Eden. We know there's going to be a new city. We know we're going to be in a world of perfection. Animals, trees, the fruits and vegetables. So why not practice now and being prepared? This is where perfection is. When you're out here, there is no sin. There is no temptation. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in perfection. It's only you and God. I understand now when I read the narrative of Enoch and how Enoch would be gone for months at a time, simply because he was going to commune with the Most High out in nature, in the mountains, you know? A lot of the prophets, peoples that we study within history, spent a lot of their times in the mountains, in the wilderness. The Nazarites, they spent their times in the wilderness. They had a system of autonomy where they depended upon one another. They shared their clothes, their food, their own economic system that made sense for them, living out, off grid. We could do the same thing here. It's just that we prefer living within the means of what our colonizers have given us. Same thing, we enjoy living off the means of our name, the name that we have created, which was given to us by our slavers. We have to do a self-evaluation, reevaluate consistently to make sure that we stay upon the path, the way of the Most High Yah. But anyway, me and the young one out here, we practicing and preparing, trying to find us something to eat. So if we don't catch anything today, It's okay. We'll be back. Because I got food ready, prepared to be put on the grill. It's just that simple. But soon we won't have that luxury. All right? But again, we're out here working, preparing for the great day of consummation. Are you prepared and ready for the great day of consummation? This is the Way of Yah, MykhaEl ben Yahudah, and see y'all next time.